What's this? What's this? Carded Funko ReAction Nightmare Before Christmas figures? Ooh. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another Foosh video review. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the new Funko ReAction Nightmare Before Christmas 3 3/4 inch retro style, meaning Kenner style, action figure assortment. So this is pretty much the entire assortment carded here, as my friend Jack Skellington here was so kind to point out. And all the figures in the assortment have their own dedicated card, even though at a glance they all kind of look the same. They've all got the same Jack Skellington up on the branch thing motif going on. But each one actually has their on-screen counterpart juxtaposed right next to the figure in the assortment, which is pretty cool, I think. So here we have the Behemoth, and he looks like the Behemoth. Like, I love this. It looks so cool to me. I get giddy looking at this. Anyway, let's go through all of them right now. Here's the Mayor. The Mayor actually is two-faced, and we'll get him out of the package, and well, you can sort of see it here, but we'll get him out of the package in a minute here. So again, there's the Mayor with his on-screen counterpart, and he's just it's kind of like a huge bubble that he's in because of the design of his hat and whatnot. He just kind of knocks around in there very loosely. There's the Devil, which I thought was a curious choice for this assortment. It's been a little while since I've seen the movie. I plan on watching it before Halloween hits this year, but I don't remember the Devil being that major a character unless I'm remembering it wrong. But here we go. Here he's the Devil, and he looks kind of devilish. There, of course, is Beryl, one of the little naughty children from the movie. This is one of my I think this might be my favorite figure from the assortment yet. I haven't gotten a chance to open them yet, clearly, but right now Beryl is in the running here for best in show for me, I think. And he comes with his little scary teddy accessory. So Beryl just looks like he's going to be tons of fun. And then here is Sally. Sally looks like a very faithful adaptation from her on-screen counterpart. Again, as we can see, here she is here, and there she is in her bubble knocking around. Looks like she comes with a ladle and a basket. So Sally looks like she's kind of fun. Now Jack, there's actually 3 variants for Jack Skellington. I've been able to track down these 2. This one, he's kind of got the woo face. And this one here, he's looking like the Jack that we were first introduced to in the movie in the very beginning when he was running Halloween Town on Halloween and was looking evil and scary. So that's what that Jack is looking like to me. There's a third one where he has where he basically looks like this, like he does on the card. He's kind of got a more friendly, more placid look. I have not seen that one yet. I have one that's sort of similar to that. This past summer, there was this, let me get these out of the way. There was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Jack Skellington that came with 0 here, and this guy I have not been able to bring myself to open because of the, I guess it's the foil on the card. I'm a sucker. The presentation here is really nice. I know on camera here we're just getting a lot of glare. It looks really cool in person though. So I may open this guy tonight. We will see, but if not, these other 2 Jacks I'm sure will suffice. So just sit tight for a second while I get these figures open, and we will take a more thorough look at them. Just give me a second here. And here they are, all out of their packages, all out of their plastic prisons. And as a group, I think they look awesome. This retro style, this Kenner style, somehow works with this cast of characters really well. Even, I mean, their body shapes are all so oddball. Every single one of them. I mean, I think the most quote-unquote standard body shape here would be probably Sally. And even she isn't all that quote-unquote standard. I mean, we've got Jack, who is just, a skeleton, basically. He's a skeleton in a suit. The Mayor, who's a little bit roly-poly. The Behemoth, who's this big hulking thing. And we've got the little kid and the Devil. I mean, their body shapes are all over the place. And somehow this format really works with them. And they all have the standard 5 points of articulation that we've seen before with figures like this. They've got the arms that move at the shoulder, swivel heads, and legs that move at the hip, and that is it. And they all come with, God, can we see that? With peg holes at the bottoms of their feet. They don't come with stands, though, and I haven't seen stands made available for any of these. And I'll tell you what, getting these all to stand like this, in a group like this, on this surface that I'm using, because I'm demented, well, look at that. That was actually easy, of course. I'm whining about the thing that I'm trying to demonstrate how difficult it is, and it happens like nothing, because that's how it goes. Anyway, this actually took a lot of time to get them all standing. So I'm going to kind of dismantle this so we can look at these one at a time here. So just bear with me really quick. And I think I'm going to start with the mayor here, because I think he was the biggest surprise for me. Let's see. I'm going to close in a little bit. Get some focus going here. Now, the mayor's body shape is what I guess caught my attention, because it's so non-standard. He's just this big ball of round, and he has all the articulation every other figure does. His arms move at the shoulders. I mean, he comes with his bullhorn here and his little, I guess, armload of papers that he's always running around with. I mean, even his legs, if you can see what's going on there with his legs, they are actually articulated. And look at how small that footprint is. And that's what I was talking about with difficult to stand. My God. But they are articulated. His legs do move. Yeah, I guess he can sort of sit down. And that's kind of cool. And then his head, of course, does the full 360 from the, yes, everything's fine face to the, oh my God, Jack, how are we going to figure this out kind of panicked face. The hat's not removable. It's on there pretty firmly, but it's nice you can use that to swivel the head around. And I really like him. This I don't know. I just think he's a lot of fun. The mayor is one of my favorite parts of the movie, and I love that the figure, this simple retro style figure, can replicate the movie counterparts so well. So I'm just gonna put him in the back there. Next up, we'll look at the Behemoth. The Behemoth was one of my favorites from the movie too, just for Bunny. Just that scene for some reason always killed me as a kid. For accessories, he comes with a little red nutcracker. It took me a minute to figure out what it was. I thought it was some kind of gun at first. I was like, why does he come with a gun and why does it look so weird? But then it finally dawned on me he's carrying a nutcracker. So his arms do move at the shoulders, pretty standard, and he's got a swivel head here. Let's see if I can get a close-up on his face, because there is some detail on his face that isn't painted. You can see the stitches there. So I might have to add some touch-up paint to that to make that stand out a little more. But, oh, God, I love the beady bug eyes. Just awesome. I've always loved this guy's design. He's always been one of my favorites from the movie. His legs move at the hips, too, but, oh, God, not easy. And it's one of those where even if they did, it'd be kind of useless because they move at such a weird angle. I'm not sure what's making it so difficult to move, but they're difficult to move. But again, even he has such a small footprint, he's kind of challenging to get standing. Except right now, of course, because I'm trying to explain how difficult it is. Let's take a look at Beryl and his scary teddy next. Beryl is definitely a favorite, too. I think they did a really good job at replicating his look here. All the way around. The green hair, the mask. When I first saw him in the package, I didn't think the mask would be removable. But, let me just adjust the light here. There we go. Lo and behold, the mask is removable. And there he is in all his handsome glory. I love this figure. Again, this retro style is just really hitting all the right notes with Beryl. And once again, standard 5 points of articulation. A little bit gummy. And then he comes with, I'm gonna set him off to the side. Okay, there they go, dominoes. He comes with the scary teddy, little accessory. That looks pretty sweet. No articulation here, he's just a static little figure. He's got the long cape that just kind of folds out behind his feet. And he is a little difficult to keep standing. Let's see if I can get... Okay, here we go. I'm going to demonstrate just what a... that was the Nutcracker's fault. Some stands for these guys would be greatly appreciated, so I might have to invest in some third-party stands or some kind of stands in the near future for them, because keeping them standing is definitely kind of difficult. Let's take a look at Sally next. Sally, again, they just nailed her look from the movie. That is definitely Sally. She looks nice, sweet, and innocent, just like she did in the movie. And she's got her little spatula ladle thing and a basket that is full of what looks like fish bones and other assorted nasty gross things. Let me see if I can get a close-up on that or get that in focus. I don't think it's going to cooperate, because why should it? But I like how they did her patchwork. They made her skirt work, even though, it's this kind of weird retro formula where she doesn't actually get a skirt, she gets two legs that kind of look like her skirt. But it's more successful here than it was with The Bride of Frankenstein. So, and again, teeny tiny footprint, but no peg hole for her. I really like how she turned out, and her hair is nicely long and it's nicely sculpted. Everything about her is just really, really well done, really well executed. I mean, that goes for all of these. I'm really pleased with how all of these figures turned out. Oh God, can't get her standing. Come on, Sally. You might have to lean up against the Behemoth. And that's how that's going to go. We'll just put them off to the side while we take a look at Jack. Here is Jack, Evil Jack, from what looks like probably the beginning of the movie. He's got this evil, twisted grin. And the one that we saw earlier, of course, was the one with the woo face. And it is a totally different sculpt. Two totally different sculpts, not just repaints. So they do look kind of cool together, and I really wish I could find the third, more placid one. I'm not sure if he's just not shipping or if just because he gets snatched up first. I'm not sure what the story is. I've seen these at Toys R Us and Barnes & Noble, and I've yet to see that particular version of Jack. So here's the scary one, and here's the intrigued one. And they both come with his ledger and a jack-o'-lantern with a ghost emerging from its mouth, which is a cool accessory. It's a little bit front heavy. I have a difficult time getting even this thing to stand. It just wants to topple over because of the weight of the ghost. The ghost is just one piece of solid plastic. That's difficult to deal with. And then finally, we've got the devil. And the devil looks like a lot of fun. I mean, come on, focus. There we go. Not one of the figures not one of the characters from the movie that stands out to me, but I'm happy to have him here in the assortment. I mean, I'll take anything Funko wants to deliver from this movie in this format. I've really fallen hook, line, and sinker for these, so. The devil was one I was initially going to skip, but I went back and got him just for completion's sake. And he does, of course, come with his trident. His shoulders, I had a very difficult time getting freed so they could move easily. I had to do the hairdryer trick and the freezer trick to get them free. And this one still isn't totally free. It does not want to move. It's very gummy, and I'm very wary about tearing it off at the shoulder, so I'm handling him very gingerly. I mean, his limbs are very thin, and he's got the smallest footprint of them all, no peg holes. But like Bride of Frankenstein, his skirt thing here, I mean, it does move, but it ends up looking like two very wide legs. But I like that they've got this sculpted tail that emerges from the back of one of his legs. That's just kind of a cool touch. So I'm going to battle with their ability to... the devil is the hardest one to keep standing. I have to use the trident as kind of a third foot. There we go. That totally works. As a third foot to keep him up. Behemoth is the easiest one to get standing. Sally... you just got to find that right sweet spot for Sally. There we go. There we go. So that is the Funko ReAction Nightmare Before Christmas assortment, minus all, or including all, but the standard, just normal, pleasant-faced Jack Skellington, which is shown on the back of the package right here. It's the one advertised, and if you look these up on Amazon, that's the one you see. It's just the only one I haven't actually found yet. And I've been wary. I've thought about placing an order for one online, but of course I don't know which one I'm going to get. I don't want to end up with another one of these two. I don't want to end up with a double. But then, of course, if I could just bring myself to open this one, that would probably solve all my problems because, well, then I would have the 3. Actually, I mean, I guess this one makes 4 Jack Skellingtons because the one on the back of the package doesn't match this one either. But this one will probably get opened because, my God, there's Zero, and I really want to open up Zero and play around with Zero. His little jack-o'-lantern nose. Oh, geez. Why they made Zero the San Diego exclusive, I have no idea because I think he's a pretty important part of the character assortment. So, if you want Zero, you got to track down the San Diego exclusive because every other version of Jack comes with this thing. But that is the Funko ReAction Nightmare Before Christmas assortment. That is, I mean, this is the only assortment that's been announced so far. I mean, I'm really hoping that more are planned. Maybe next Halloween we'll see Oogie Boogie and the vampires and maybe even Santa Claus. I mean, I would love to have a Jack dressed as Santa Claus. That would be a great Jack Skellington variant. But until that happens, this is what we've got, and I think it is a pretty strong assortment across the board. We've got some major characters here, and they're all, God, I hate saying this because it's so corny, but oh my God, they're so much fun. I'm really, really having a ball with these. This is not my preferred scale, but again, somehow like with the Universal Monsters, these are hitting all the right notes with me, and I'm having a ball with them. They're going to be part of my permanent, barrel fell. They're going to be part of my permanent figure display. So let us know what you think about these guys. Does this format work for the Nightmare Before Christmas crew? I think they do, but what do you think? Leave a comment below. Comment on our message boards. Check us out on social media. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again very soon.